All right, so in this lesson, we are going to talk about word problems that deal with integers. And so let's do a quick review of some of our integer words. So we have a bunch of words up here, basically a word bank, and we're going to divide them into positive and negative connotations. So here we have the word save, that's going to be positive. We have the word drop, that's going to be negative because we're going down. Gain is going to be positive. Borrow is you're taking something from someone, so that's going to be negative. A paycheck is money that you get, so that's going to be positive. Decrease means to go down, so that's going to be negative. When you fall, that goes down, so that's negative. If you take something, that means you have it, so that's positive. Give means you're giving it away, so you don't have it anymore, so that's negative. When you earn, you're getting something, so that's positive. An expense is money that you owe, so that's going to be negative. Increase means to go up, so that's going to be positive. When you dive, you're going underneath the water, so that's negative. Up is to, well, go up, so that's positive. Debt is money that you owe, so that's going to be negative. A profit is money that you make, so that's positive. Ascend means to go up, like in an airplane, so that's going to be positive. Withdraw is to take money out of your account, so that's negative. Forward is to go forward in a positive way, so that's positive. To rise is to go up, so that's positive. Under is usually going to be negative, like under the water, for example. Less is going to be negative. Descend means to go down, that's negative. Deposit means you're putting money into your account, which is positive. When you spend money, you don't have it anymore, so that's negative. Going down is negative, and backwards is negative. So that was just a quick review of some of our words before we get started. So here we have a temperature word problem. So in Buffalo, New York, the temperature was negative 14 degrees in the morning. If the temperature dropped 7 degrees, what is the temperature now? So here we have just a thermometer, and I'm going to go ahead and let's see here. Oops. All right, so I'm going to draw a number line. There we go. And so here we'll have 0 degrees, so -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7, -8, -9, -10, -11, -12, -13, -14. So that's where we are in the morning. But then the temperature dropped 7 degrees. And so if it dropped, that's a negative word, which means that it went down. Okay, so we're going to extend our number line here a little bit. So we're going to go down 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this was -14, -15, -16, -17, -18, -19, -20, -21. So what is the temperature now? -21 degrees. All right, next problem. A submarine was situated 800 feet below sea level. So below is going to be a negative word. If it ascends, ascends is a positive word. It means to go up 250 feet. What is the new position? So we're talking about a submarine here. So here's our water line, and our water line is at sea level, which is 0 feet. Okay. And here's the submarine. I'll draw a little submarine here. It's a terrible looking submarine, but you get the idea. And he is currently at negative 800 feet, okay? But it says that it ascends, which means to go up 250 feet. So it's going to start to float up 250 feet. Oops. And so now it's right about here. Well, what is that? How many feet is that? Well, we know that we're still below the water, so it's going to be a negative number. Now, if it's going up, we need to add it on to this negative number. So 800 minus 250. 0 minus 0 is 0. We're going to borrow. So now this area here where it's currently at is at negative 550 feet. So the reason why I subtracted is because it's going up towards the surface of the water. If I added those two numbers together, so let's say if I added 800 and 250, 0, 5, I would get 1,050 feet under the water. That would actually be deeper. I know that I'm going up, so I'm getting closer and closer to 0. All right, next one. Roman civilization began in 509 BC and it ended in 476 AD. How long did it last? So when we talk about time periods, it's kind of easier to make a timeline like this. So BC is going to be in the negatives and AD is going to be in the positives. So we have 0 here in the middle. Our 509 BC is going to be here, and our 476 AD is going to be over here. So how long did it last? Well, it went from here all the way to here. So how much is that? Well, how much is it from 509 to 0? It's 509. And how much is it from 0 to 476? 476. So I'm going to add those two together. So it lasted 985 years. All right, next one. An elevator is on the 20th floor. It goes down, so that's negative, 11 floors, and then it goes up, so that's positive, 5 floors. What floor is it on now? So let's do a little number line here. So here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Let me make this a little bit bigger. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So here's the 20th floor right there. And it says it went down 11 floors. So down is towards the negatives, which is over here. So I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So if this was 20, it's going to be 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9. So right now I'm on the 9th floor. Then we go up 5 floors. So I'm going to go back up now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I was at 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So what floor am I on now? I am on the 14th floor. All right, next problem. So here we're talking about money. So Josie has $47 left in her checking account. If she writes a check for $55, what will the balance be? Okay, so right now she has $47, but she's going to write a check. And when you write a check, that means that you are going to subtract it, okay, for $55. Well, let me ask you this. Does she have $55 in her account? Does she have enough money? No, but it wants to know what her balance would be anyway. So I'm going to have a check for $55 here. So first, let's get rid of the $47, okay? So 55 minus 47. And how much would that leave us? $8. So if we take away first the $47 that she has, she still owes $8. And if she owes $8, her balance is negative $8. Okay, next one. Emma is playing a game with a regular die, and all a regular die means is that it's 6 sides and it has 1 on one side, 2 on one side, 3 on one side, and so on. If the number that turns up is even, okay, so an even number is going to be 2, 4, 6, he will gain, or rather, she will gain 5 times the number that comes up. If the number is odd, and our odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, she will lose 10 times the number that comes up. She tosses a 3. Express the results as an integer. So this problem is actually pretty easy, even though it's very wordy. So she rolls a 3. A 3 is an odd number. That means we can ignore everything that talks about it being an even number. So that's just extra information. So it says if the number is odd, she will lose 10 times that number. Okay, so times meaning times. So 3 times 10 is 30. But it says she will lose those points. So it's going to be negative 30. That's the answer. Not positive because she will not gain those points. All right, next one. While watching a football game, Lynn decided to list yardage gained as positive integers and yardage lost as negative integers. After these plays, Lynn recorded 14, -7, and 9. What is the net gain or loss? So we'll go ahead and make a number line, almost like a football field here. And so we'll put 0 here. So the first one is 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So here we have 14. Okay, so we got that checked off. Then they lost 7 yards. So I'm going to go back 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And so that's 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7. So we're still at positive 7 yards because only on this side are we negative. So we checked off the negative 7. Then the team got 9 yards. So we're going to go back positive here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so we need some extra sticks here. So if this is 14, this is 15, and 16. So did they end up at positive 16 yards or negative 16 yards? They ended up at positive 16, so you can write it as 16 or positive 16. Either one will work. Okay, you try these two. Okay, so if you're not done with these two problems, go ahead and hit pause so that you can finish them up. So in the first one, we have a scuba diver who swam 96 feet beneath the surface of the lake. So here I drew the lake is at 0 feet, and he swam 96 underneath the water, 96 feet underneath the water. So I put negative 96. Then he climbs up 49 feet. So we climbed up 49 feet, but it's not 96, so we're still underwater. So where's he at now? I went ahead and subtracted the two numbers and I got negative 47 feet. And the reason why it's negative is because he's still underwater. If I climbed up more than 96 feet, then it would be a positive number. The average temperature at the South Pole is negative 45 degrees. So here I made a number line, 0 in the middle, and I put negative 45 degrees as the South Pole. It says the average temperature on the equator is 92 degrees. So I put the equator and I wrote 92 degrees. How much warmer is the average temperature on the equator than the South Pole? So from negative 45 to 0 is 45, and from 0 to 92 is 92. And then I added them together down here, and I got 137 degrees warmer. All right, that is the end of this integer word problem video. We're going to do a lot more practice with this in class, but the key to getting these correct is to draw a picture or a number line or some sort of image to guide you in your math.